What is going on, everybody? What's going on, Gregory? How are you? Got another video for you guys. What is on the project list for today? The Vortex MP5 Full Auto Edition. This one is long overdue in my opinion. We have so many of these ST5 shrouds for the Vortex or A5 that we don't know what to do with them. So when in doubt, MP5 it out. And that's exactly what I did. I created this full auto edition MP5 with the universal drop down ASA, so you get really good eye relief on this. I also am going to give you the CAA carbine stock, which is super compact. It actually has a rubber pad here, so it's really good as far as a textured feel and good and comfortable shouldering of the marker itself. It even has that Mona B logo there with it all around it, which is pretty cool. So the ST5 shroud kit, which is really neat too. The best part about it, in my opinion, for those of you that want that CQB type platform, or you want to be able to switch to a CQB without having two markers, boom, I got your edition right there. You can actually unscrew the cap and you can put a 5-inch, even a 4-inch barrel on here. And you'll have that CQB platform, so you can actually turn it from that ST5 look to that now CQB setup, and it's really simple. Like I said, it's just a matter of turning off that or twisting that cap, boom, on and off whenever you guys want. So you can change out the barrels, whatever you see fit. This is a 1-inch recon rifled, straight rifled, I'm sorry, and it's going to have a thread protector cap on it, so that way for those of you that don't have a muzzle brake or you want that flush suppressor look, you'll be able to have that. E-trigger, like I said, you can see it there. You got the E-trigger. It's set to 3-round burst, just like the Hurricane Scar. We will have, or I'll set it to the 3-round burst, but if you guys want to have the full auto, you can do the same thing with this. The only difference between the A5 E-trigger and the Hurricane E-trigger is that when the batteries run out, you can actually still use the gun in semi-automatic. You cannot do that in this one. This one is you can only have it on when the E-trigger is on, unfortunately. So that's the only downside in my opinion. But if you're running with the E-trigger on, you just remember to turn it off with an Allen key. Carry one on you. You can use a pen. I mean, anything, it's really simple. You'll be fine. This has a remote line adapter with the drop-down ASA. I'm going to do the shooting test with you. Lok-Bolt for the Vortex is not in yet. We're just waiting on the pin. So we're expecting those in shortly, and then we'll have those on the website, and then you'll be able to upgrade it to this. But I'm going to show you how well it works. I've already shot 2 magazines with our AG1 paint through this gun with no Lok-Bolt, not one break. So not to say that the paint that you use, you may not have a break. Keep in mind, guys, that with magazine fed markers, especially when you're using E-triggers or shaped projectile bolts, etc., you need to use that winter grade shell paint. You need to be using that thicker shell paint because of the spring tension that projectile undergoes before it enters the breech. So if you're using quality paint, Vulcan Graffiti, our AG1 paint, I don't think you're going to have a problem with this marker without the Lok-Bolt, or the bolt when I bring those out with the fully auto capability, and so on and so forth. The only thing that I recommend when you're using the fully auto mode here is that you make sure that those rounds, like I said, are consistent as far as quality. If you think you're going to be running this with field paint that's not for Mag Fed, you may or may not have a pretty bad day. But the best part about our kits is that they're extremely easy to clean. You just pop out your magazine, go ahead and dip it in some warm water, and then dry fire it until all that paint is dispersed. So enough of me talking. This is $3.99 right now. I have 5 available. so you can purchase them. You contact me directly. I'm gonna have 5, and then if I sell out, then I might bring 5 more in, and I'll keep selling in groups of 5. So 5 available right now, $3.99. It's a solid deal. 2 magazines, 1 Helix and 1 DMAG, or I can give you 2 Helix mags if you want. It's completely up to you, but $3.99. This is a steal with the universal drop down. I'm sorry, not the universal drop down, but the drop down ASA, the CAA stock, which is not on any other configuration, and then the SD5 shroud kit and the E-trigger, so fully auto capable. Here we go. So I'm gonna hook this up. I'm going to show you with some shaped projectiles first, red rounds, and shaped projectiles with these fully auto systems. Oh man, they're deadly. I mean, shooting 3-round burst, first strikes down range, that's going to ruin somebody's day. So I'm going to show you real quick. Burst with the shaped projectiles. I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you here with the paint. You can see I'm going to shoot at that box right there, and then we'll go from there. This is our AG1 paint, so you're going to take a look here. Not one break. You can probably see it in the video. Came out flawlessly, very, 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 very consistent as far as the feeding. So a lot of people have sounded or have said that the Vortex has always had troubles feeding. With the 2017 Helix mags, I have yet to see a problem. I have tested this gun now with about 130 rounds from our rubber projectiles to powder, and then now the paint and the shaped projectiles. I've had one jam, one misfeed, and this is without the Lok-Bolt. So for those of you that are still in denial that the Vortex has problems, my biggest thing that I've found with the Vortex, specifically because of the magazine well that's a little bit different than the other configurations, is the paint that you're using. Even the first strike rounds that I've heard problems with, those are due to the oversized ones. You can tell because the consistency, it's not jamming every one, it's jamming every 15th or 20th or 25th one. It's inconsistent, and that is because of the inconsistencies in those rounds. But as far as paint, you running full auto with this paint or 3-round bursts, like I said, I'm all about the functionality. For full auto for this is going to go through a Helix mag very quickly. So like I said, for this scar, the FN Hurricane scar, get yourself some mag couplers. You are going to be able to really put a lot of rounds downrange without having to pull mags out of your vest if you have a mag coupler. I would run even 3. So 2 is the ideal, run 3, and you'll be able to keep it in 3-round bursts, and you'll be able to do that. That was one trigger pull. With the A-5 E-trigger, all you need to do is go ahead and pull the trigger once. Now I can go ahead and pull the trigger just one time after that, and I'll get the 3-round burst every time. So this is without the Lok-Bolt, so it does work, guys. They're not, if you're using the quality paint that we tell you, the thicker shell types of paint, Valkyrie Graffiti, whatever you have out there, New World, Psyops paint, our AG1 paint, it works. It works fine without it. It's only when you start dealing with those lower inconsistent paint that you're gonna have these problems. So, available right now, I got 5 units, $3.99. It is a steal, $3.99. MP5 Vortex available. There you have it. Like I said, I haven't had any problems with it. If you get this marker and you seem to have problems with it, or if something happens, you make sure you contact me directly right away, and I'll try to do my best to help you out. But this thing is going to be a beast in the field. If you are going to be using this in the 3-round bursts with shaped projectiles or first strikes, watch out, because you are going to be picking off people, maybe even pissing some people off with shooting 3 rounds as consistent as they will be. And this is the Vortex, so you got that A5 barrel threads. You put a one-shot on here, game over, game over. This thing would be a death machine with that one-shot barrel, which a lot of you guys already have it. So if you're looking for a full auto marker, this is the second one of the series that I'm releasing, the limited quantity, the Vortex MP5 FA or full auto, and then I also have the Scar that you guys saw me demo earlier. If you have any questions or you want this marker right now, make sure you message me immediately, because these are going to go fast. I have a feeling these are going to go very fast. Message me immediately and I'll go ahead and I'll take care of you. Other than that, I'll see you guys out in the field.